4, I believe. There might be more. Don't know. I'm not that smart. Roll 1, Roll 2, Roll 3, Roll 4 is a reference to medical levels of care and levels of treatment. So Roll 1 being immediate treatment, first responder, basically guys on the ground, EMTs, paramedics, 18 deltas, what have you overseas. That's considered Roll 1. The age-old problem of the IFAC is that generally what you have is a big cancerous tumor somewhere on the kit. So a large zipper pouch that is oriented vertically, zips from the top, opens up from the bottom, doesn't do a good job of retaining or opening or being repacked and sealed for movement. Also takes up valuable kit space on the front and sides of plate carrier, body armor, or a chest rig. So the idea was to relocate the Roll 1 to, first of all, a tubular design that can be accessed from either side of the body by the end user's left or right arm. Also can be accessed in the prone position, or excuse me, supine position. The impetus behind it being rule number 1, which is always look cool. Have your gear slicked down as possible so you can move and groove, get through tight spaces. Myself as an 18 Delta, I always want to be able to weasel my way through, a down vehicle, tight spots to access casualties and start work, right? So that's the idea behind it. Get it out of the way, put it in unused real estate. As a side benefit, it adds a little bit of lumbar support, looks cool, and is restockable and reusable.
Well, how do you fare, my loyal 9 Patriots? I hope you guys are doing well. That is just a quick little video I wanted to show you there. Something that is always forgotten is on people's chest rigs, on people's plate carriers, in their vehicle, in their side-by-side, going out on a hike, going out on a ruck, is medical. Every goddamn time people forget medical. Every single fucking time. People forget a tourniquet. People forget dressings, A-strap, ability to crike someone, whatever the fuck. Whatever your skill level is, people always forget it. It's always the last thing people think about until they fucking need it. Every single time. I cannot tell you how many times I've been on a hike or been at a shooting range and someone's like, "Oh, fuck, dude. Got a Band-Aid?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, I do." Because I'm fucking prepared. Anyways, I've done a lot of shooting with some people recently. And, well, real quick, adult beverage of the night is banana bread. Can't forget that. Anyway, so I've been doing a lot of shooting a lot with people lately, doing some tactical drills, running a lot of combat stuff, getting ready, for just... I just have a feeling something bad might happen in the future. I'm not sure what it is, but something bad might happen. So, been running a lot of stuff, getting in better shape too. And one thing that I've noticed on everyone's kit, I'm like, "Hey man, where's your fucking IFAC?" I'm like, "What? Huh?" It's usually the response I get. Or if I say, "Hey, where's your IFAC?" "Oh, I left it." "All right, man, what happens if you get shot?" "I'm going to have to use my own?" "Yeah." It's like the first rule of an IFAC, individual first aid kit. Don't use your own. And I'm going to have to break that goddamn rule every time I do stuff with people. Anyways, God. Just a little quick rant there. Hope you guys are doing well. We got True Sanity dropping 5 bones. He says, "Loyal 9, I know you do not care about tips, just showing my appreciation. And like your takes, glad to see your streams again." Hey, man, I always appreciate tips. I always just tell people, like, hey, man, if you can't afford it, don't feel like you need to. No big deal. No big deal. But I appreciate it in advance, man. Thank you very much. But yeah, so something we all need to get better at is getting in better shape. I guarantee you, all of us, I know some of you guys are rocking high-ass testosterone levels and you think you're some fucking grizzly bear. We all need to get in better shape. Cardio is definitely one of those things. I think it's like the first rule in that zombie movie. Cardio is king or whatever the fuck. And a lot of these shooting drills that I've done, cardio is something that I always see people fail at the most, especially when you're doing a long movement style of shooting where, you got to pop a few rounds, sprint to the next target or the next barricade, pop a few rounds, sprint. You always see at the very end, people are gassed. They are gassed. And then you look at it from the outside and you're like, dude, you barely ran. You ran maybe 50 meters and you're gassed the fuck out. Well, why? Because you got kit on, you got a helmet on, you got night vision on, you got a battle belt on, you got all that extra weight on you that you're not used to carrying. So now you get fatigued faster. You see it all the time. And it's just something that we all need to get better at. So a little public service announcement there. Please, for the love of Allah or whatever deity you believe in, get in better shape. Fuck. Anyways, so it's something I noticed here. You want to know how we know we're winning? This is just how you know. So I check CNN practically every day. I usually just get like a quick snapshot and I'm like, all right, what's going on with Communist News Network here? What's going on? This is the homepage of CNN. I shit you not. This is the homepage right here. We have a thing about a lawn ornament that's going to bankrupt her. Oh, the lawn ornament's going to bankrupt someone. Heinz ketchup. 25 of the USA's most underrated destinations, which that other one was not. I'm pretty sure that was Bali. That's that's Mount Rainier. But anyways, so you have all these bullshit things going on here. You see one little tiny piece there and it says liberals are upset with the Supreme Court, but the public isn't with them. Maybe CNN is really doing their best to try to regain the trust of the public. Highly fucking doubt it, though. Highly doubt it. This just goes to show you, though, that we're winning on all fronts. Because what are you going to say with everything that's been happening? What are you really going to say? You've lost the faith of everyone in the United States. I can't, even lefties that I know, lefties that I talk to consistently, almost on a daily fucking basis, tell me they don't trust CNN. Unbelievable. Now, you could say the same thing with the right. I don't trust 85% of what comes out of Fox News. There's a few things in there where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good point. But most of what comes out of Fox News, bullshit, bro. Bullshit. It's all theater. I don't trust any of this shit. But this just goes to show you that the epitome of the left here, CNN, has nothing to say about Ukraine. They have nothing to say about COVID. That's fucking done. They have nothing to say about Trump. This is like the first time in a long time that I haven't seen anything about Trump. Like, look, I mean, you guys can see it. I don't see Trump anywhere on here. They used to have a tab at the top that just said Trump. That's fucking gone. Just goes to tell you. They're fucking losing. Because they've lost so much fucking faith in the public. It's just gone. Ranger 07 says, run with your plates. Yes, please, for the love of God, run with your plates. Not your dinner plates. Your ballistic plates. Hopefully they're level 3A. Jesus Christ. We'll be running those pistol plates, those soft armor bullshit. Most likely not going to be engaging pistol fights, just letting you know. Anyways, so this just goes to show you how bad they're just pulling at anything. They have nothing to talk about. They have nothing to talk about. Watch, Chimp reacts to Sky for the first time after being caged her whole life. Wow. Oh, a chimp is caged its whole life. You have nothing else to say. Because they're losing. They know that the moment they start spewing more bullshit about Trump, Ukraine, nobody's going to listen to them. And, you'll have some people in there who'll be like, well, it's Sunday. What do you want them to say? It's Sunday. Motherfucker, these people don't sleep. Have you looked into the eyes of a motivated lefty? The eyes of a motivated lefty is fucking terrifying. Because they're methed out. They're caffeinated out on Starbucks that their parents bought them. And they have nothing else to do because they don't work. Why do you think all these protests are just, they happen so easily? They just come out of nowhere. Like it just fell from the fucking sky. Because they're good at using social media because they don't have a job. And they don't have anything to do because they don't have a job. If you look at the Arab Spring back in, 2014 and 15, one of the biggest problems that we had, I really as a world, was the disenfranchised person of the country that was being destabilized by the CIA, by Obama, and these other, oligarchs that were in on it so they could make a buck and cause further chaos, because out of chaos they can then establish order, which then out of order they establish more power. The biggest thing that we were really concerned about was the disenfranchised male, because the disenfranchised male, and really female too, because there was a lot of them involved as well, running suicide vests and everything like that. And this was happening in Iraq, Afghanistan, especially during the surge, but especially when the Taliban was taking control of Afghanistan. When America was fighting the Taliban for control of Afghanistan, the problem is the disenfranchised person that had nothing to do, that had no job, no purpose in life, no religion, or just anything like that. They then turn to a group that says, hey man, we'll give you money. But in return, we need you to walk this fucking package over there to those Americans in a Humvee and an Abrams, and you come back to us. But don't stop. Whatever you do, do not stop. We need you to keep walking towards them. They're going to tell you to stop, but if you stop, we're going to kill you. Just some crazy shit. They lure them in like that. And it's exactly what's happening in the United States. That's why if you look at the unconventional warfare triangle, it's if you go to the United States Army, Special Operations, fucking whatever it's called, website, you can look at the unconventional warfare triangle, and it breaks down levels on how you can commit unconventional warfare in a country. And disenfranchised people, taking away their means of employment, is a method that they use. Because it's effective. Because when you have kids, or you have a family, or whatever, a dog, and you can't feed them, what are you going to do? You're either going to steal, or you're going to go to the group that's willing to give you something to then ensure that your kids have something to eat. And that's exactly what's happening in the United States. That's why, a controlled collapse is always probably one of the best ways to take down a country, because now you can start guiding where those people fall into play. So you can guide them towards the useful idiot, where if you look at the Russian Revolution or Vietnam or Korea or just whatever, insert communist country in there, a really effective method that they used was getting the people pissed off at the other people and then guiding them into the area that they needed to be in, whether they liked them or not. The people committing the act, i.e. the useful idiot. Because the useful idiot will get you into power. Then when the useful idiot has served its purpose, they're going to then realize, they're going to wake up and they'll be like, oh, fuck, I'm a useful idiot. And then now you have to kill them. And that's what's going to happen in the United States. The United States is, it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. There's a lot of fronts we're winning, and there's a lot of fronts we're losing. This is definitely not one of these streams, which, by the way, for the love of Christ, if this is your first time listening to this stream, I am not one of those people that I'm like, look, guys, we're winning. We're winning all the time. No, I'm not one of those guys. That's actually why I'm kind of hated a little bit, because I don't fucking lie to you. I tell you what I see. There are times where I'm like, yes, we are winning. For example, the CNN headline here, or the CNN homepage, I should say. This is an example of a win. Right here. Grand scheme of things, no, I don't believe we're winning. Grand scheme, no, I do not. Even with the Supreme Court ruling, no. Okay, cool. Affirmative action. Oh, okay. I don't care. You know what I care about? 2020. Holy shit. I care about 2020, and I care about these goddamn lefties that push this COVID shit on us for 3-4 fucking years, and they're just acting like nothing happened. They're acting like nothing happened. You have all these people that are dead now because they got bullied into taking some fucking mystery potion, bullied into wearing a mask by all these, oh, it's safe and effective. Put the mask on. You're trying to kill grandma. You have all these people, millions, that are acting like nothing happened. And you know why they're being silent right now? Because they don't want you to remember. Because if you remember, oh, now all of a sudden they have to face the fucking music. And they don't want to face the music because everyone that was right was silent back then. And everyone that is right is still silent now. That's the problem. Because all these fucking lefties were vocal as shit back then. Vocal as shit. You lost your job, your life savings, your home. There's people being separated from their families. Is there any apology for that now? No. The CDC is even saying, don't take these vaccines anymore. Any apology? No. You bring it up to a lefty now. You bring it up to any one of these goddamn fuckers out there that were saying, oh, well, you got to take the vaccine. You're being irresponsible. You bring that up to them? Oh, well, the government told me to do it. The government said to do it. Oh, the government said to do it. Shit. Oh, I guess we should just do whatever the government says to do because the government always has our back. They're always looking out for us. You know, this is the problem right now. And I was talking to some really good friends of mine, and we were having a discussion on the fate of America and like why has America devolved into this insanity that it's in right now. And I said, look, America could be so much better than what it is right now by a trillion-fold. We're already an amazing nation. We are collapsing at a rapid pace right now. Things that took 10 years to happen are now taking 2 weeks to happen. We are collapsing at a rapid fucking pace. However, America could be so much better if people just quit being fucking cowards and you spoke your mind, even if it risked offending someone. Like and I was like, look, you are willing, you see the collapse in the country right now. You see the disaster unfolding. We're all in agreement on that. And you're going to let it happen because you're too scared to offend someone. That is fucking insane. That means you are a coward. And anyone that knows me, whether you know me from, Loyal 9, or you know me professionally, or you know me personally, friendship, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't self-censor. Because self-censor is the first step you take towards destroying yourself. Because the moment you start self-censoring, you are walking a dangerous fucking road. Dangerous road when you start self-censoring. Because what else are you going to do to yourself? It's going to dive into self-censoring. You're going to start leading into depression. You're going to start moving into, because you're leading into depression because you're like, oh, fuck, I can't speak my mind. I feel like I'm alone. Then it's going to start leading to all sorts of other problems. And then you're going to wind up sucking on a fucking gun. You're going to start going down the line, taste testing calibers because you're so fucking miserable. I'm telling you, the moment, and I'm speaking from experience here, the moment I stopped allowing people to tell me what I think, how I should act, what I should say. I mean, damn, you ask Mrs. Loyal, the moment I stopped doing that, it was kind of like I figured it out, and I was like, shit. Things started to fall into place. Happier, more physically fit, Everything. Ranger 07 says, this is not our first reset. 1 in 20 Americans has an orphan in their bloodline. This is not, yeah, dude. Thank you for the tip too, man. Appreciate it. $9. Thank you. That will go to the banana beer fund there, dude. Appreciate that. Anyways, so we have to be more aggressive with it. We just there is no other option. You need to live your life. And I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice here because I know you guys all like that. You have to live your life like it's a zero options mentality. You have no other option. You just don't have a choice. As Trump said, we have no choice. You remember that during the election? Ugh, miss that fucker. Anyways. True sanity. Loyal 9 rants are from the heart. The way I like it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude. No, I mean, like, I don't like getting fucking pissed off because it just doesn't, it's not going to help. But sometimes you just got to let it ride, man. See what happens. Just got to let it ride. Anyways, let's see here. So we've had a lot of shit going on with Ukraine. And a lot of people have been asking me about Ukraine a lot, and especially family members and everything like that. Kind of want to know what my take is because they know what I do, Loyal 9 and all that, the show and the documentaries I do with Dauntless Dialogue. They know that I'm plugged into this shit a little bit more than I'd lead on. True saying, it helps we are all thinking the same. Yeah, no, dude, I get it. I get it. We're all on the same page here, except the one asshole who gave me the fucking splat because he's a faggot. Yeah, I guess he came and found the stream. Anyways, so a lot of people have been asking me about that. And, the thing I've been saying about this Ukrainian war, man, is like, look, this is not a conventional style war. Not in the slightest. The ages of Vietnam, the ages of World War II, trench fighting, anything like that, those days are fucking gone, bro. Like, war is ever evolving. If you look at the history of the earth, war has constantly evolved. And this is a war that nobody has ever faced. And the problem is we had a generation, well, multiple generations that fought an insurgency with Iraq and Afghanistan and parts of Africa. Just straight up insurgency. They were doing the counterinsurgency operations the entire time. There was no force on force. There was a little bit in Fallujah, Ramadi, the Sunni Triangle time back in like 04, 05, 06, 07. In those times, yes, there was a little bit of force on force, but it was not like anything that we're seeing out of Ukraine right now. The traditional method, especially nowadays, you got ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, hovering overhead. They're giving you updates on the battlefield. You got artillery on standby. You got airstrike capabilities, whether it's through a fucking Gray Eagle drone or through an Apache. You have all these assets on standby. You take contact, call the contact up, boom, put the location in, fucking Apache comes in, nukes them, takes care of the problem, or at least gives you time to get the fuck out. The problem that we're facing now in Ukraine, it's not like that. It's not like that at all, because now you're actually facing an enemy that actually knows what they're doing, i.e. Russia, Wagner Group. These people, they have an idea of what they're doing. There's these drones that they have that just drop fucking bombs on you. And because, they're either you're in an up-armored vehicle, you're in a gunfight, there's fucking rounds flying everywhere, you're not going to hear some little thing, a couple 100 feet above you going, you're not going to hear that. What you are going to hear is a fucking explosion landing right next to you as it drops a freaking 40 mic next to you. That's what you're going to hear. And you're seeing it all over the place. Like, people just don't understand war. They see the global homo tard fucks on Twitter, showing cool little videos of Ukrainian soldiers dancing in their fucking kit. supplied by you, the taxpayer, because they got some fucking Ops Corps helmet on, badass Cry Precision plate carrier, and freaking Patagonia pants on. That's what's happening. And they see that, and people are like, yeah, go get them, Ukrainians. You guys are great. We support you. But they have no idea what's actually happening. And they see some of these videos where it's like, Ukrainian soldiers, like this video I'm going to show you guys here. And this is just a good example here. This is just an example. It says, Ukrainian soldiers fight off Russians in Battle of Bakhmut. Orcs jumped into our trenches. The fucking, what they call the Russians. It's a fucking scary video to watch because it's a very realistic thing that could potentially happen. And a lot of these people beating that fucking war drum, there's like Lindsey Graham just fucking boom, boom, I want money, give me fucking L3 money. They just want all this money because all these people, all these politicians, Lindsey Graham, the one-eyed fucking McCain, all these people have money invested in some shape or form in defense contractor companies, which they're then using to then send the equipment to send over to Ukraine because they're gonna increase the stock of the company, or they're gonna get some sort of kickback from the company. Gordon Fiala says, literally in bed together. Yeah, literally in bed together, man. It's insane. And people don't get it. I was talking to a buddy of mine, he's in the military. And he's like, yeah, man, the first thing that always goes down on a mission is comms. There's always an issue with comms, communications equipment. And I'm like, oh, well, what's why? He's like, I don't know, man. Like, the shit sucks. And I'm like, well, you want to know why, bud? Because how many politicians has stock in the company that makes your radio? Because as the more your radio breaks down, the more money they're going to get you have to supply parts for it, support for it, tech updates for it. It's just this continuous fucking cycle that happens. It's unbelievable. Ranger posted that meme. It says, definitely not gay, Lindsey Graham. Yeah, that closet homosexual faggot. He just needs to come out of the closet. We already know, Lindsey. Number one, your name is Lindsey, and you sound like a faggot, and nobody likes you. You got booed at a fucking Trump rally, bro. Just tossing that out there. It's unbelievable. Anyways, but it's not a conventional, this war in Ukraine is not, ooh, breaking my voice there. It's not a conventional style war. Some people are like, yeah, it is conventional. It's trench warfare. You have call for fire missions. You have, tanks going at each other. Not really, bro. Not really. This is a very technologically advanced style war. In 2014, when Russia was annexing Crimea, the red line in the sand, annexing Crimea, the Russians put a psychological operation campaign out to the Ukrainian troops and people in the area. And one of the things that they did is they convinced these Ukrainian troops to download a specific app. I think it was a dating app or a social media app. I can't remember exactly. You could probably look it up and find it. But they convinced these Ukrainian troops to download an app. Then when the app was downloaded, and the Russians were specifically targeting Ukrainian troops. Then when the Ukrainians downloaded the app, the Russians then were tracking their movements throughout Crimea. Then what they were doing is whenever the troops stopped movement, they would then call for fire missions and just rain artillery in on them and fucking wipe them out. It's so much different than anything that we've ever experienced before. And you have all these lefties out there saying, let's go get them. Let's go get them damn Russians. You have no idea what you're up against. You have no idea. An insurgency in Iraq and Afghanistan would be much better than fighting someone like the Russians. Just tossing that out there. There's different levels of stress. There's different aspects to it. But a counterinsurgency operation, which is technically the hardest type of operation to fight, for the boots on the ground guy, is going to be a lot better than fighting someone like the Russians. It's just get the AI involved with it, the technology involved with it, the amount of support that the Russians are having. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. The Russians are getting a shitload of support. And it's going to continue to increase. As we start continuing this escalation of force, the West continually supplying Ukraine, it's going to increase. Now, don't get me wrong here either, by the way. I'm not on Putin's side. Oh my God. I know some people are. I'm not on his side. I'm also not on Zelensky's side. Just tossing that one out there. Just throwing that one out there. I'm not on either one of their sides. I am against war for the most part. You know, if you got to put boot to ass, then you put boot to ass. But this is unnecessary. This is a waste of money and resources and lives, especially Ukrainian lives. But this is a fucking disaster, and it's going to continue to get worse. Anyways, let me show you this video here real quick. It's like 4 minutes long, but it's a very interesting war clip. It's from the Telegraph, but it's an interesting war clip. Let's just go ahead and play it. Let you check it out.
На війні буває саме так.
More than likely, right there, it was a drone dropping a grenade. I'll play that back there. This is really a key piece in this video here. More than likely, there was a drone hovering overhead, and they were trying to drop a grenade into that bunker there to then fucking at least give a shitload of concussive injuries, spread some shrapnel, and maybe some blast injuries, blast lung, TBIs, anything like that, concussions, something that would fuck these guys up, because grenades are really good in an enclosed space. They're not really that effective out in the open. Just tossing that one out there. War movies are not real. Whoa, holy shit.
Льоха, ти як? Льоха! Фу.
Что делать, Лёха?
Де вони? Граната!
Я всех убил, вылезли нахуй!
I mean, you can see how close they were. I mean, this is a very interesting clip. I mean, you're literally watching fucking people die. Which I don't like, by the way. For the love of God, if you ever are shooting, don't fucking do what this guy's doing. Just fucking spraying and praying. That, identify your target.
Я всех убил, вылезли нахуй! Я! Пацаны свои на брусе, скажи, что вылезли, блядь! Пацаны на брусе, правая траншея, правая траншея! Пацаны, ко мне один! Где Владос? Владос! Сюда один! Владос! Вперед левее, блядь! Пацаны, он пидор! Прыгай туда. Где вот справа есть этот. Владос жив? Филя, я тихий, где пидоры, прием. Спокойно, перезарядились.
Слева тебя в поле, пидор, полуживотный. Если что-то слева, в поле, он дурак, он стреляет.
Мы его минуснули, брат.
Он живой, он шевелился, тебе гранату.
Спокойно, круговая, прямо почти никого, не стреляйте. Да.
До тебе лізь.
Давай, брат. Сюда, он, пидоры бегут.
Красава, блядь.
Правая траншея, блядь. Давай, взяли. Сюда один Владос. Стойте тут на позиции.
Брат, пожалуйста.
О, пидор.
Anyways, I'll end this here. This just ends with more shooting, and it's nothing insane. The beginning part was the close quarters battle of trench warfare, and this is the reality of the situation here. And the shitty part about this is, you know, a lot of these lefties out there that are like, oh, I want to fucking kill Russians. I want to kill Russians really bad. Oh, let me at them. Let me at the Russians. There is a difference in this war between Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, fucking, you know, any you know, radical Islamic extremist organization that we've been dealing with for the past 20, 30, 40 years. Massive difference. You're dealing with, you know, Iraq, Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, ISIS, anything like that. These are true believers. These are true believers in what they're doing. ISIS truly believes they're going to get these fucking, you know, all these Al-Shabaab, all these guys, they truly believe they're going to get their freaking 80 billion virgins when they, you know, they run a suicide vest into a crowd of people. They have no regard for human life. No regard. The difference between this war and something like that we've been dealing with for the past 30, 40 years, really in general, about that time frame. I think Gothic Serpent was, 91, 92? The difference is those are true believers. It's a lot different shooting at a true believer than shooting at someone who doesn't really want to fucking be there, which is the Russians and the Ukrainians. They don't want to fucking be there. They don't want to be getting into the shit. They have families. You know, those are fathers. Those are sons, uncles, all that. It's much different fighting a conscript than it is fighting for someone who wants to kill your entire family. Much different. And these lefties, because they've never been to war, they have never experienced anything, and they've never even read fucking history. Clearly. 1619 Project. They've never read any of that. They don't get it. It's like World War II. There was a difference between fighting the Wehrmacht and there was a difference between fighting the SS. There was a big difference. And in the Wehrmacht, if you were a member of the Nazi Party, you weren't getting promoted. You know, I was reading these declassified documents from the counterintelligence, the Army counterintelligence from like the 50s and stuff. They weren't prosecuting Nazis. They were just doing like some basic investigation on like where people were and stuff. And one of the Wehrmacht corporals they were interviewing was like, yeah, because I was a member of the Nazi Party, I wasn't going to get past corporal. My command wouldn't allow it, which was standard practice in the Wehrmacht. They didn't want to be fighting like that. It's the same fucking concept here. All wars are brother wars. The only like asterisk that I will put with it, with stick figures fucking pointing at it, is fighting someone like ISIS, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, anything like that. Like, that's my fucking only asterisk. Because those are the kind of people that want to fucking kill not just you, but your kids. Because there is a holy war between them. And you know what? Bring it the fuck on, bitch. Bring it on. I will fucking wield my cross and I will fucking destroy you. You want to bring it? Let's do it. Bet you've never seen a fucking Moab fall from the sky. Let's go. These fucking little sandal-wearing motherfuckers. Big difference in this war. People that have just zero experience, never read history, they don't get it. They just don't get it. And this is what's going to lead us into World War III. I mean, we're technically already in my opinion, we are already in World War III. But this is what's going to lead us into a kinetic World War III. Hands down, this is what's going to lead us into a kinetic World War III. And because you have people like Lindsey Graham, who's a big Ukrainian supporter, calling for Putin to be fucking assassinated. Oh, no big deal. I'm just calling for someone to be assassinated. President of a country. When has toppling a country? Lefties, pay attention. You're retarded. We get it. But let's just take a quick look at history. When has ever toppling a country ever fucking worked? When has it ever worked? Name me one country where you fucking toppled it, your CIA that you love, your government that for some reason now you love. Before you guys hated it, now you fucking love it. When has it ever worked? Libya, Chad, Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia. Let's see. Liberia. Let's see. What else we got? A shitload of South American countries. Cuba. Oh, none. There's the answer, lefties. None. It's never worked. It just doesn't work that way. You can't force these types of things to take place and just expect them to work. That's not how it's designed. It's just not designed that way. We got new patriots in the house. Holy shit, I didn't even see you in here. What's going on? Rugaru says, Killary? That said that too. Oh, shit. Oh, man, we got a fucking crowd in the house here. I didn't even see that. Yeah, New Patriot says, I can't think of a single country where it doesn't work. You know, Salty Mad Jamerson dropped me 5 bones, says, good to see you, Loyal Nine. Hey, good to see you, brother. The thing is that people don't understand, let's just take a step back here. Let's step back and let's look at Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, any of these countries that are technically third world countries. We try to bring them to the first world. We try to have these countries that are in third world stages skip the process that leads them into a first world nation. It doesn't work like that. You cannot have people skip the stages to get them to a first world country. Even countries like I get it, China. Fucking evil as fuck. I hate the Chinese government. And really, I hate the Chinese people because you know what? Unfuck your government. Really, you could say the same thing with us, but they are openly communist. At least ours is like pretending to hide it. But anyways, not an excuse. If you look at these countries, like China, whenever Mao was taking over during the fucking famine that he caused by killing the birds in the sky, which fucking didn't work. Anyways, whenever he was doing the Great Leap Forward, all these things, they were technically, like if you look at it, they were like a third world country. But they went through the stages, and now, I mean, I would consider China a first world country. Some people say, well, no, they're not because they're eating fucking like liver off the streets. Okay, isolated pockets, dude. Isolated pockets. There is places in America where they don't even have clean drinking water, which is a big fucking problem considering we're sending over $100 billion to Ukraine. I have a huge issue with that considering we have kids fucking starving in rural counties and they don't even have clean drinking water, and the only food they get is when they go to a goddamn school. I have a big problem with that. Big problem. That just goes to show you that your government gives zero shits about you, and that the only thing they want is motherfucking power. But if you look at these countries that have started out in the third world, they went through the stages. They went through the cycles to get them to a first world. It's not going to happen in Iraq, Afghanistan, all these other places that we've been to that we have fucked up, purposely destabilized, and they're continually destabilized. It's just not how it works. And, the U.S. government has a massive problem where they think, oh, we'll just throw money at the problem. Money will fix everything. No, it doesn't. And I was talking to a guy today on the phone. He called me today while I was actually doing some shooting. And he's like, hey, so what you want to know my opinion on Ukraine? And that's why this whole topic actually came about. So you can thank the mystery caller that called me today. He wanted to know my opinion on Ukraine. And I was like, look, man, fucking bullshit. You guys already know the thing. But then I was talking to him. I'm like, look, they are prepping people right now. The U.S. government is prepping a lot of motherfuckers to go to Ukraine. They're prepping it, which is why I don't think, I really truly think that there is going to be some sort of catastrophic event that happens, whether it's martial law, World War III, destabilization of the U.S. currency, destabilization of the power grid, EMP, just fucking something is going to happen where 2024 election time frame is going to be a little fucked. It's going to be a little fucked. Something bad is going to happen. Kekistani SF dropped me a thing. He says, the Cultural Revolution was neither cultural or revolutionary. Discuss, LOL. Yeah, we could talk about that a lot. Maybe I'll save that for the end there. But anyways, throwing off topic there. Thank you, Kekistani SF, for the donation there. Appreciate that very much, man. That's a cool meme there. You got some dudes doing a fucking halo or hey-ho. I don't know what it's called. Any of them. Anyways, let's see here. I just got off track here. Damn, dude. I love it. I love it when that happens. I'm having a fucking Joe Biden moment. But, I think I know where I was at. Yeah, so the dude was asking me about, Ukraine. And I was like, look, they're prepping dudes right now to send to Ukraine. The troop movements are happening. It's very open. They're very open about it, too, by the way. You can actually look at geo trackers of planes, like military aircraft. You can clearly see that they're moving dudes to Europe right now. You got planes leaving fucking Fort Bragg, Fort Lewis. You got planes leaving all these military installations all over the U.S., like big fucking troop carriers heading to Eastern Europe, Poland and all that. They're prepping for troop movements into Ukraine. So the fact is, I'm pretty sure that they're prepping for some sort of invasion into Ukraine. Kekistani SF says, Halo, hopefully not Lalo. Low altitude non-opening. Ooh, that would be bad. I think there's Halo and Hey-Ho? High altitude, low opening, and high altitude, high opening. That's like fucking surreptitious breach style. I don't know. You probably know. But yeah, they're prepping these dudes to move in there. And we are so close to the 2024 election. So fucking close. Anything could happen right now. I mean, there's guys out there right now saying, Joe Biden could be fucking killed or he dies of a mystery death, which if you believe this is the real Joe Biden in the White House, newsflash, you're retarded and you probably have an extra chromosome and you can probably fucking deadlift like 1,000 pounds. Just tossing that out there if you think that's the actual Joe Biden in there. Look at the earlobes, eyes, voice, all those things. Anyways, not the same fucking dude. It's insane. That honestly, all right, we're going to go on a tirade here. That is the most insane part about this entire fucking show that's happening right now. This movie production that's happening right now, everyone's just like, yeah, that's Joe Biden. What? Hey, did you see Joe Biden when he was in with Obama? Why did Joe Biden disappear in like 2018, 2019-ish, in that time frame? He just disappeared like a fart in the wind. And then he came back looking completely different. Has anyone ever addressed that? I mean, I know I don't really listen to other live streamers that much, maybe like Red Dawn Radio. He's like my dude. But like, has anyone else addressed this? He looks like the dude from Hannibal, the fucking gay dude who was fucking having sex with Hannibal Lecter. And he's like, Cardell? And then he gets thrown in the fucking pit with the pigs. I'm sure somebody will post a picture of that shit in the chat. But that's what he looks like. He doesn't look like Joe Biden from 2014, 2015, 2016. I get we all age, but like you still kind of have like same bone structure. Your earlobes don't all of a sudden just fucking attach and detach. It's not the same dude. And people are just like, oh, Joe Biden. I mean, how retarded are you? I love it. True Sanity dropping me 5 bones says Chris Hayes and Rachel Madcow picked that same lizard suit, I swear. I'm pretty sure, dude. You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong, bro. Oh, I had to suck that banana beer down. Anyways, so these guys, they're prepping troop movements for Ukraine, which is why I do think that they're going to try to do some sort of shenanigans pre-2024, because it makes so much sense. It just makes so much sense. And, you know, it's a way to ensure someone like Joe Biden stays in power. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but Zelensky, he got rid of the opposition parties in Ukraine. He also is suspending the election cycle that's happening. I think the presidential election cycle for Ukraine is happening next year, and he suspended that right now because they're under martial law. Okay. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And, you know, this guy that I was talking to today on the phone, you know, I was sitting there telling him, like, you know, this guy, like, you think we're going to make it to 2024? Do you really think that? Like, do you think we're going to make it to the election? He's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, okay, explain. And he's like, well, they can't just suspend an election. I was like, bullshit. Yes, they can. They can totally suspend an election. The government has the ability to stop an election in a moment of crisis, like a World War III, an invasion, martial law, anything like that. They have the ability to do that. I'm not sure if it's constitutional, but they can definitely do it. And I'm like, why are you believing things that these guys are sending out to you? Like, no, dude. These people will openly fucking lie to you. And then we start talking about like fucking, Ranger dropping me 1 bone says, Loyal 9 I have, not the same fucking dude, tag on mask. Dude, like Ranger right here, bro, Ranger. God, I hope you are a fucking like 275 guy. But Ranger, dude, you are on it, dude. You are clearly on it. Like you look at that meme he just put over in Odysee, guys over on YouTube. Go to the Odysee link in the description below. I see there's like fucking 30 of you guys over on YouTube. Go to the Odysee link in the description below. You'll see he posted a picture there, dude. There's like a tag on his fucking ear. There's all sorts of different, there's a lot of discrepancies between Joe Biden right now. It's good job, Ranger, man. Fuck, dude. You're on it, bro. You are on it. Kekistani SF. I want my 100 billion reparations from Ukraine. Ninja, you ain't getting that. They're going to fucking actually tax you 100 billion. Just you specifically. Anyways, drinking a cider right now, guys. Don't fucking make fun of me. Let the fucking insults fly, whatever. Anyways, so I'm talking to this guy, and we start talking about like repercussions if we send troops in, U.S. troops into Ukraine. And I was like, look, man. He's like, you know, well, if you think they're fucking putting troops in, you know, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, you think they're putting troops in there, what do you think they're prepping for? And I was like, well, an invasion to Ukraine. Why would they do that? And I'm like, well, number one, Joe Biden's got to protect his fucking money. All the corrupt congressmen, senators, all the people in our government that have assets in Ukraine, have financial ties to Ukraine, have financial ties to the military-industrial complex, they have to protect their assets. They have to. Because number one, a lot of these corporations, a lot of these people probably have dirt on them. But also the other thing is they want to make money. They don't give a fuck about you. Like, everyone in this chat, they give zero fucks about you. Any of us. They don't care about Americans. They have no national identity. They are specifically in that position for power and influence. That's it. And I'm like, here's what happens, too. We put boots on ground in Ukraine. Guess what? Now Taiwan is going to get invaded by China because now we are no longer strategically available to assist Taiwan in case China invades. Oh, and this guy, dude, and dudettes, or they-dettes. I don't know. You guys like they-dettes? I don't know. I almost fucking lost it whenever this dude said this comment. He said, "Whoa, well, we would help Ukraine, or we wouldn't help Taiwan if China invaded." And I was like, why wouldn't we help Taiwan if China invaded? Our government fucking loves Taiwan. He said, well, the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, said, we're not helping Taiwan if they invade. And I was like, so you're going to believe a corrupt government fuck? You're going to believe that person that says, we're not going to help Taiwan if China, you are fucking insane. You are insane. Number one, Blinken doesn't control Congress. Just doesn't. He's Secretary of State. Doesn't control Congress. And this goes back to the root of the entire problem. We have too many people in this country that still look at government officials as some point of fucking authority. They're liars, they're cheats, and they want you fucking dead. It just really boils down to that. They want you fucking dead. They want nothing to do with you. They only want enough of you to survive so that you can plow the fucking fields and give them food and make shit for them. Give them a new fucking iPhone. That's what they want. They want over half to three quarters of the population fucking wiped out. That's what they want. You know, and they never want you to know what the other side is thinking. They never want you to know what the other side is saying. Otherwise, like, this is another thing I was telling this guy. I'm like, what is Putin saying about all this stuff? Well, I don't know. So you have no idea what your supposed enemy is saying about Ukraine right now. You have no idea. Well, I mean, I don't need to know what Putin's saying. Why? You should always study your enemy. If Putin's your enemy, you should study the fuck out of him. You should look at how he's maintained power for so long. You should look at all this shit. Well, the reason why you're never going to know what Putin is saying is because they censor the shit out of it. It's practically, I remember I was trying to find a video on Putin the other day, and I couldn't find it. I heard it on a podcast I like to listen to, and I couldn't fucking find it. And then, like, the guy, next podcast, the guy's like, yeah, that video that we showed you guys, like, it's fucking gone. That video that we showed the video in the podcast, that got deleted, everything. Because they don't want you to hear what he's saying. It's practically impossible. Because the man does make some good points. He does tell you, like, hey, this is why we're doing it. Because you could end that war in Ukraine very fucking fast. You could end it. Like, I know some people in here don't like Trump. Trump could end that war really fucking fast. He could end it really quick. And people they don't want it. They don't want this shit to end. Salty Mad Jameson says, oh yeah, so he posted a picture there of Joe Biden now, and Joe Biden, and like that looks like the late 90s Joe Biden. Interesting. Yeah, okay, Ranger 07, fucking dude, Ranger 07, you are fucking on it, bro. We need to hook you up, man. So if you look at the meme that Ranger 07 put up here, let me see. Let me put this shit in the fucking chat or in the stream here. Let me see if I can do this without compromising anything. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, right here. Hold on, I'm retarded. Boom. Right there. Ranger 07 fucking getting after it. There is your Joe Biden. Not the same fucking dude. There's so many things that are different with this guy. So many things that are different. Unbelievable. People still, oh, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Suck my fucking dick, dude. Look at the earlobes. Oh, they're just all of a sudden detached. Now they're attached. The fucking skin tag on the back of his ear. Oh, it's just all of a sudden pushed back now further. Right here. Like, does anybody seriously believe this? Does anybody seriously believe this is the same Joe Biden? You have to have an extra chromosome if you believe this is the same Joe Biden. You have to have an extra chromosome. You're fucking functionally retarded if you think this is the same guy. Anyways, so we had the stuff going on with Wagner Group where the where the lefties were then cheering Wagner Group. I don't know if you guys saw this. So the attempted coup. So I got a fucking slew of text messages when the supposed coup happened, the coup d'etat. And I was like, what are you talking about? There's a coup in fucking Russia? Kiss my ass, dude. I highly doubt that. And one of my bros texted me and he's like, yeah, bro, coup d'etat is happening. I'm like, okay. Guarantee you it's not. And I didn't even like look at anything. I let like 3 or 4 days pass. I was like, I don't believe that. I was like, I guarantee you, the CIA, someone's involved. I wish I could show you the text messages, but anyways. So look at this. This is a coup d'etat happening in Moscow. This was 8 days ago. Check it out.
Да.
Если вы хотите быть лучшим репортером.
Они стояли на соседнем перекрестке, там уже хотят получить свои глаза. Да.
Пусть обратно на свой перекресток. Здесь только военные полиции.
Wow, this is a big coup d'etat happening. Holy shit, man. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke happening. I'll play it, but I'll keep it muted. You got guys just walking around. No gunfire. No citizens being fucking rounded up. Nothing. This is a fucking joke, bro. This is a literal joke. I guarantee you what happened here in Moscow. This is supposedly Wagner Group or Wagner, right? The Valkyries. This is supposedly Wagner Group here. And I think it's like 20,000+ Wagner PMC, private military contractor mercenaries going into Moscow. What happened? I don't know if anyone has said this, but what has happened? What happened like fucking 3 weeks ago? The Pentagon made an accounting error of $6.2 billion or 6.3, whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, Wagner Group marches into Moscow. Oh, look at these fucking heroes. And then Wagner Group supposedly marches into Moscow to stage a coup. Oh. Does anyone believe that $6.3 billion was an accounting error? I guarantee you what happened was they paid Wagner Group $6.3 billion to stage a coup in Moscow, which I'm sure the guy, I think his name is Petrovich or something like that. They nicknamed him Putin's chef or some shit. I'm pretty sure this dude went to Putin and was like, hey, Pooty Poot. Yeah, the CIA offered me $6.3 billion to stage a coup against you. How about this? Do you think the tactical situation can accommodate us moving 20,000 PMC or 20,000 of my PMC troops out of Ukraine, move them into Moscow, stage a fake coup, and then we can capitalize on that $6.3 billion, make the United States look like fucking retards because they just gave us billions of dollars, and then we just move these troops to Belarus, which is 60 miles from Kiev. What's going on there? What is going on there? That makes sense to me. I mean, I know I'm kind of retarded. I have like half a chromosome extra, but like that makes sense to me. Let's see here. Ranger 07 just dropped another 9 bones, and he says, let's see here. Let's see. The nose, lip distance, and earlobes never lie. Ooh, let me get that picture pulled up here, dude. That's a fucking solid one, bro. Dude, Ranger 07, you're fucking on it, dude. Yeah, right there. Notice the eyes, lip, nose difference. Like, oh my gosh, dude. We could do literally a whole live stream on how fucking Joe Biden is not the same. Look at the eyes, man. Look at the eyes. This dude looks like he's been shooting up fucking crack, and they're not even the same eye color. They're like black, dude. He's got like shark eyes. This fucking traitor here, both the traitors, has blue eyes. The skull shape is different. This dude has a wider skull. This dude has a thinner skull. This dude has fucking different eyes than this dude. Like, it just... Oh my gosh, dude. You guys are trying to get me to fucking rant again. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me fucking ranting. You guys like it when I go off. I know that's what you guys are doing. I know that's what you're doing. You're like, oh, Loyal 9's all fucking amped up right now. Well, let's get him to fucking rant. Anyways, so we see Wagner Group marching into Moscow. Not fucking, this isn't a real coup d'etat. I don't even think there was a shot fired. Last reports that I saw, didn't even see a single fucking shot fired. Didn't see anything. And, you know, lefties out here are sitting here acting like, oh, well, you know, Wagner Group is just so terrible. Oh, Wagner Group. They recruit these people, and they just have all these mercenaries. And they're guns for hire. Oh, they have these special operators working in Wagner Group. Do you really think the United States is any different? Have you heard of Special Activities Center? Or I think they used to call them Special Activities Division, SAD. Works for the CIA. Have you heard of Blackwater, which I think they're called Academy or whatever the fuck now? And I think they've changed their names like 10 times. We do the same thing, retard. We do the same fucking thing. And you're acting like Russia's any different. You're literally acting like Russia's any different. This is how retarded lefties are. This is why you know they don't fucking read. They don't fucking study anything. They literally do. I guarantee you, you could take lefties and you could tell them, hey, we need you, this is me, head lefty talking. We need you to commit fucking suicide for the planet. So we're gonna stage a mass suicide. We're gonna give you a pill, and we need you to take it at this hour. And yeah, it's to save the planet. Oh wait, there's a fucking movie about that. Ooh, but you guys didn't know that. There's literally a movie about that. It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix because I don't support Global Homo. But there's literally a movie on it. It's like supposed to be like some cataclysmic event or some bullshit's gonna happen anymore. It's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden you gotta take a fucking pill so you don't die. Lefties would totally be the ones doing that. They would love that. Salty Matt Jameson says, no, the KGB doesn't exist anymore. They all left and became farmers when the Soviet Union fell. You know what's very interesting about that, Salty Matt Jameson? Very good point. So a lot of the KGB people and communists in Russia, and I am not defending communists at all. I think we all know I fucking hate communists. But a lot of KGB agents during the Soviet Union, whenever they started, as they progressed through the ranks and they started realizing like, oh, the KGB is not the end all be all. Oh, communist Russia is actually kind of fucked. They started changing their tune. And a lot of KGB agents that got stationed in the United States actually switched to be supporters of America because they realized, oh, actually the fucking communists are lying. America is actually a fucking great country. And they switched. And that statement you make there where it says all the KGB doesn't exist anymore, they all left and became farmers when the Soviet Union fell. That is actually very true. Very true. So good on you, man. Good on you. Anyway, so the CIA, they have this thing called Special Activities Center. They call it SAC now. I think it used to be called SAD, Special Activities Division. The unit was named Special Activities Division prior to 2015. So this is just a conglomerate of CIA, Special Operations, Special Forces, Navy SEALs, all like top tier 1 assets that get merged into the paramilitary organization of the CIA. They do the same shit. They're doing a lot of countering of Wagner Group. They're doing a lot of countering ISIS, Al-Shabaab, China, in Africa, in all parts of the world, South America, all that shit. The difference between Wagner Group and SAD is a little bit more pro-America than what you would think, even though they do work for the CIA. Not a defense, but I'm just throwing that out there. God, here's this video. I meant to show this earlier. Motherfuck, man. I think you guys have seen this, but I'm going to show it anyways, man. This is... Sometimes I love Trump, and sometimes I just want to say, bitch, get out of your ivory tower. Come here, talk to the people. I love you, but come talk to the people. Know where your fucking people lie, because we really want you to be president in 2024. But sometimes you're fucking saying some wrong shit. But anyways, let's check this out.
Now, you can make mistakes on occasion. Even Lindsey down here, Senator Lindsey Graham, we love Senator. We're gonna love him. We're gonna love him. I know, it's half and half, but when I need some of those liberal votes, he's always there to help me get out, okay? We got some pretty liberal people, but he's good. He's good. We know the good ones, we know the bad ones.
He's sitting there introducing Lindsey fucking Graham, and Lindsey Graham's getting booed. Big problem, homie. The people don't want Lindsey Graham in office. They don't want him. They don't like him. How have you not figured this out yet, bro? Fuck. Nobody likes Lindsey Graham. I almost went to that Trump rally, too. I almost said, fuck it, I'm going to get on a plane and go to that Trump rally. I haven't been to one in a long fucking time. New Patriot says, Loyal 9, I'm sorry to dip out. My sister is visiting, and what does that say? The fam is going to the beach. Oh, that's right. You live in South Florida. Enjoy your beach time. It's a great time. Family is way more important than this fucking show. Promise you that. Anyways, so he just needs to fucking pay attention sometimes. Just don't get it. Lindsey Graham is pro-Ukraine, all that shit. He's all about sending troops to Ukraine. Hey, Lindsey Graham, you fucking traitor. How about we give you an M4, a 240 that doesn't fucking work, and we send you to Ukraine, you closet faggot homosexual. How about we do that? Instead, you're gonna vote, and you're gonna push people, young fucking kids, you're gonna take advantage of their desire to serve their country, and you're gonna be like, you know what? Hey, you retard. Because you wanted to serve your country, we're going to send you to fucking Ukraine. And you're going to serve your country. How about you fucking strap on a plate carrier? How about you get some shitty equipment that doesn't fucking work? And we'll send you there. Oh, that's right. You're a fucking faggot and you're a coward. And you're a traitor. And you're a goddamn piece of shit that won't ever do anything to help your country. You're a pussy. You are a fucking pussy. There's going to be a fucking really bad time in this country because you know what? The reason we can't fucking win wars is because what's on the fucking screen right now. This is why we can't win wars, guys. Just tossing it out there. This is just another reason. Reason 114 on why we can't win wars. U.S. Army celebrating some trans fucking major. Oh, that's so important. A trans fucking faggot here is what the Army is celebrating. Not dudes that fucking died in Iraq and Afghanistan that won Medal of Honor. Not trying to help people in the military, which I think the Lloyd Austin said, oh, if you're fucking a sergeant and below, you need to apply for food stamps. That doesn't fucking matter. What matters is some fucking faggot here. This is the primary purpose of the military now. Oh, let's get the rainbow flags out. I guarantee you there's going to be a day, I guarantee you there's going to be a day where these faggots are going to be wearing the rainbow flag on their uniform instead of the American flag. And you notice how he's covering up his flag. So the flag goes right here. Notice how he's covering it up. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Because they don't support America. Most of these people that are being fucking poster boys don't support America like this. You know, I understand. Look, I'm an American. I believe in freedom. I believe, you know what? If you want to chop your fucking dick off, go for it. This is America. If you want to do that, do it. But don't fucking push it on me. Don't push it on kids. And don't push it on society. That's your fucking prerogative. Because you know what? You are mentally insane and there is something wrong with you. But they're celebrating it. We are living in a society right now where they're celebrating mental disorders. If you read the article, it even says like the Army was saying, oh, Major Jones was suicidal. Major Jones was just, he's so depressed. Yeah, because they have a fucking mental condition, bitch. There's something mentally wrong with them. They can't function in this fucking world because there's something wrong. And you're celebrating this. This is why we can't win wars. Right here. This is why we can't win them. Good fucking luck. Good luck. U.S. gets invaded. I think the only thing keeping the U.S. from being fucking invaded right now is like the 101st and 82nd Airborne and fucking SOF units at this point. Like, these people here, these fucking faggots, they're worthless. Worthless humans. Absolutely worthless human. I mean, you're a major. You're probably making $10,000 a month. Making good money there. Doing fucking nothing. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I don't know if you guys saw this. We won't spend too long on this. It says government agents routinely entering private lands without warrants. So just a quick little PSA here. I meant to do this at the beginning here. Sorry about that. Little quick PSA. If you own land, there is a specific law that says, I think it's called Hester versus United States, says that government agents can come on your land and fucking basically destroy your Fourth Amendment rights. And let's see here. We'll read just a quick little tidbit out of this, just so you guys understand. This is just for all the people that own land, and I mean, really, just so you're aware of this. It says, while most Americans might understandably believe the Fourth Amendment protections against warrantless search and seizures covers all their property, a little-known 1924 Supreme Court decision, Hester versus United States, said otherwise. Basically, what happened in this happened in outside of Richmond, Virginia. A fucking government agent was on their land and was in camouflage watching a mom and daughter play basketball. And then the mom went to go retrieve a ball that fucking went towards the woods, which is where this fucking circle is. And there was a government agent there watching them play basketball. Then they ended up finding a camera on their land. And this is just one of the first out of like fucking hundreds, if not thousands of reports where cameras via government agencies have been placed on land because they're fucking watching people. So if you own land, patrol your land, look for cameras, check all your fucking trees, high and low. Look for these fucking style of cameras. These are like hunting deer cameras. But take a look at this shit. Make sure that they're not placing shit on your land, because Number one, fuck these people. You can't come on my land. Not fucking happening. So, a little PSA there. This is the Prigozhin Folly, Russian Revolt. Yeah, we already kind of talked about this. This is the guy who owns fucking Wagner Group here. Fucking Zelensky declares no peace talks with Putin until Russia leaves Crimea and Donbass. 1991 borders restored. Not gonna fucking happen, bro. So this just goes back to the American fatigue, the war fatigue of the Ukrainian war. It's happening. It's happening right now. People don't fucking get it, man. Americans get fatigued with war even if their people are not involved, because they start seeing the numbers popping up of how much money is being sent, how much equipment is being sent. When American body count starts fucking climbing, there's going to be a massive fatigue. And this Zelensky fuck here, this CIA puppet here, he's done, man. He's slowly losing his fucking ground. This is why I think something catastrophic is going to happen here pretty soon, because the support for Ukraine is dwindling. Even among some of the lefties I talk to, some of them are jerking off to Zelensky every night to fucking get them to sleep because they have no life and they've never dealt with real problems. But it's dwindling down. 100%. 100%. Here's Mike Pence shaking Zelensky's hand, fucking all about supporting this. This just goes to tell you how to fucking think of this guy. There was something here. Oh, yeah, BRICS. Ooh, the final part of the show here. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. The United States is in a very bad position right now financially. Not only is our debt climbing through the fucking roof, that is just beyond repayable at this point. Where we can barely pay the interest. We now have 36 plus countries, powerhouse countries. I'm not talking about like some country like freaking Somalia joining BRICS. I'm talking about powerhouse countries. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. A lot of countries that actually have some girth in their word and economically in their powerhouse. They're looking at joining an organization called BRICS. This should terrify you a little bit more than how I'm framing this, because I'm fucking terrible at it. The US dollar is not what it used to be. We've gone through 4 central banks. Andrew Jackson got fucking shot a couple times because he was trying to get rid of the central bank because he didn't want a fiat currency. BRICS right now is establishing a currency that is backed by a tangible item such as gold. Now, this ties into Ukraine because obviously Russia is involved in BRICS. Globally, which I know I like to focus on America, and I think we should all focus on America because it is the most important nation on this planet. Globally, there is a group of people working to slowly dismantle us economically. It's going to happen via BRICS. This is how this is going to happen. And the way they're positioning themselves is by creating a mass global alliance where a lot of countries de-dollarize, meaning the reserve currency of the world is the US dollar. Where these countries de-dollarize and stop using the reserve currency, US dollar, and use their currency because it's backed by gold. It's also not sanctionable. The Ukrainian and Russian war has proven that the United States is probably, the US dollar is not exactly the dollar you want to have as your backup, because the US can just fucking sanction you willy-nilly. BRICS right now is looking at alternative methods to get around that. The problem here is the only thing keeping the US dollar alive is Saudi Arabia. Why is that? Well, oil, Kekistani SF says it right there. Petrodollar is already gone. So the petrodollar is what Henry Kissinger did, where he made a deal with Saudi Arabia that if oil is sold in US dollar, we will provide the military aid, support, defense, blah, 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 all sorts of fucking American bullshit that they don't really want. We'll fight their fucking wars for them, i.e. Yemen. That's what's keeping the American dollar alive. If Saudi Arabia joins BRICS, they no longer need the US dollar. They don't need us anymore. i.e., we're fucked. It's as simple as that. US dollar collapses, hyperinflation takes place, Weimar Germany 2.0 takes place. That's what's happening right now. Kekistani SF says, we gave them all the tech they needed, and now we are done. Yep. I mean, we're giving them like F-16s, F-14s, all that. Planes, fucking all sorts of weaponry. It's a disaster. Absolute disaster. And it's, in my opinion, unrecoverable. Absolutely unrecoverable. Because they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me, you, anyone in this country. Because the only thing that matters to them is money, power, influence. How much can they get for their fucking family while the average American is fucking living paycheck to paycheck? You have China flooding in fucking drugs to this country, destroying our people, killing off generations of people, getting people addicted to stuff that is permanently altering their lives. U.S. government does not care about these people you see on the screen. Because if they cared, they would have done something about it already. I'm not saying money is going to solve all the problems, but money can surely change some things with people like this, right here, that have zero purpose in life, except to get fucking high and eventually end up fucking overdosing on heroin that's laced with lethal doses of fentanyl. It's called drug warfare, and the Chinese have been doing it against us for at least 30 years. At least. It's outlined in unrestricted warfare, and they know exactly what they're doing. Ranger even puts it in the chat here, where he says, Opium Wars of China 1900s. They know the effects of it, and they are now implementing it on the United States. It's going to get worse in this country before it gets better. And 2024 is not going to solve all the problems, whether it goes, right or left. If Trump gets in there in 2024, not going to solve all the problems. It's going to take a cohesive effort to fight this shit. We are going to have to band together and fight these fuckers economically. We have to stop supporting people, companies, all this, that are actively trying to kill you. They're actively trying to take your rights away. And the thing with Bud Light proved that. It proved where companies like that, where their real loyalty lies. So you know what? Fuck you. Conservatives make the most money out of everyone. And we have the most power. And you know what? We haven't been using it. And now is the time to start using it. We should have been doing it a long time ago. But Bud Light fucking showed us where our real power lies. The government does not give a shit about you. They don't care. They would gladly send billions of dollars to Ukraine than to help out people that are dying on the streets. There's kids fucking dying because they don't have enough food, because the only meal they're getting is at school. And then during the summertime, they have to figure out how they're going to eat, because their parents are like the people on the screen. That shows you where the loyalty really lies. There's got to be there's got to be something we can do to fix it. Economic power. Getting out there and showing your support for people that actually give a fuck about this country. Supporting companies that actually support the country. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's the reality of the situation. And we are closing in. We are closing in. 2024 is going to be a fucking disaster. We thought 2020 was bad. I hope to God you guys are ready for 2024, because it is going to turn into a nightmare. It is going to be a fucking nightmare with what happens. The violence that's going to take place, the amount of American versus American that's going to take place, I can't even imagine it at this point, because there is going to be something catastrophic that they are going to construct to fucking destroy us. So I hope you guys are ready. Get in shape. Take care of your family. Get your financial situation squared away. Have a food prep, means to filter water. And get ready, because shit is going to hit the fucking fan, whether you like it or not. And God, I hope it doesn't happen, but get ready, because the chances are always there. Hope you guys had a good time on this stream. I appreciate you guys joining in. I'm going to try to do my best to stream more as much as I can. There's going to be a period where I'm just fucking ghosting like usual. But glad to see everyone here. Love you guys. Hope you have a great night. Hope you have a great 4th of July. Loyal9 out.
You're such a fucking hoe, I love it. I know you like it more, I love it. I fuck you when I'm on, I love it. My private she's a whore. I know she like it for me. I'm a flyer like Aladdin on a pussy golden piercing. Why she did it? Cause she lying. What we do here is so discreet. If you ask me, I know nothing. She just jumping on my dick. I know she like it cause she such a fucking hoe. I know you like shit like it, cause you